What's out with your YouTube and YouTube bust? It's your boy Triple Cup chucking them up. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Today is the day before the PlayStation 4 event where they're supposed to be announcing the PlayStation 4 Neo. And actually, that's just a code name, so we should hear the real name about it. And something else I had seen, PlayStation got a nice little controller that's supposed to be coming out. But it's not from PlayStation, it's a third party. But it looked just like the Elite controller, just PlayStation is. But anyway, though, I ain't really coming on talk about PlayStation right now. I came to gripe about EA and Respawn about how they gonna do Titanfall 2 and not having an EA access, not giving you the trial, not giving you the EA discount when all EA games supposed to have a EA discount and a trial, even if it's like, let's say, Unravel, where they know they couldn't give you no 10-hour trial. I respect that. They let you play the first level, but it still was an EA access. And they should have some type of way, saying at first I was thinking, well, maybe it was a reason why they didn't want to put it in EA access. And I said, well, people, Xbox get the game first. And like how I know, okay, we get the game, EA access a couple days early. We play the game, beat the campaign, put the campaign all over the internet. It'll spoil the game for the PlayStation players. And when they said it was going to be unfair for them, in that scenario, I could see that being unfair to them. But all they had to do was just put a limitation on it. Okay, in EA access, they'll let you play a small portion of the campaign, or don't let you play the campaign at all, and only let you play the multiplayer under the EA access and give us our discount. But no, it's not fair for us. So in actuality, them trying to be fair to the PlayStation players, they make it unfair for the Xbox players. So I do not like this at all. EA, you need to be on Respawn tail behind this here, saying, because you told your consumers all the EA games will be in a vote. Or if you're not in the vote, we should be getting a discount. So now we stuck in a dilemma. Should I cancel my EA access because this might be a trend? Other games that EA may have might come and we ain't gonna get no discount. So what I'm paying this money for my EA access for, and some games I might not get, some games I might do get. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm rolling the dice now as a gamble. But you know what I'm saying? Really and truly, this is not about no console war, but for the gamers, this should be the time that somebody like Phil Spencer would speak up and say, for the Xbox community, this is not fair for my people. So he have to be able to speak up. EA have to speak up, and Respawn have to listen, because I know they're trying to cater to the PlayStation players because they missed out on the first one, and I know they're trying to cater to the PlayStation players because they don't have EA access. But that's not the people with the Xbox fault that PlayStation don't have EA access. It was offered to them and it was denied. I'm guessing they said it wasn't a good value. So if it wasn't a good value, it shouldn't matter, because if something not a good value, they shouldn't matter what you do with it up with somebody else, because it don't have no value to them. So therefore, they should have some merit behind the fact of y'all should have this in our corner. Y'all sold what, 10 million copies of the first Titanfall. That should hold some weight. Like, okay, I want to retain my 10 million people and then add as many PlayStation people as I possibly can. Not, I want to get the PlayStation people and retain as many people as I can. You know what I'm saying? That's called hustling backwards. Y'all working backwards. Y'all going the wrong way. So y'all need to 180 turn around and come back this way before y'all don't sell no copies of this game, because the game might end up selling 100,000 copies now, because y'all already on a down cloud, because y'all got Battlefield 1 and y'all got that COD, that COD, the new one that come with the other one. So that's actually two games coming right a week after y'all, and two games coming right before y'all. And what I mean by two games, okay, Battlefield is a week, but then on top of that, you got Gears of War that's coming out a little bit before. So there's two games before and two games after. So y'all deck smash in the middle. So the best thing that y'all could do is do what anybody else that was smart would do right now. They'll run. They'll lead this whole holiday season and come out next year, rethink and remap y'all game. Make it back to what everybody loved, Titanfall again. Because me personally, I do not want to see a game do bad, but at the same time, I'm not finna take nothing from nobody. Like, you finna just throw this and say, take this? Nah, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? They got rules and regulations, and they got things that we stand up for. And one of the things is, you do not mess over the consumer, because the consumer is the ones that pay you. So in actuality, y'all work for us. So y'all don't like what we talking or complaining about. Y'all do not want y'all job, because y'all might say CEO boss. In reality, we over y'all, because we're the consumers. That means we actually ones that's paying y'all. So y'all need to take that in consideration about this game. Well, you know what I'm saying, and that was all I want, you know what I'm saying, wanted to rap about that. But you know what I'm saying, on to another topic. People been asking me up on and talking about like Project Scorpio and Neo and how they next generation consoles and different console generations and stuff like that. I was like, no, in actuality, these are in the same generation because of people were saying about backwards and forward compatibility. Like, okay, if a game you could play on one system that's backwards compatible, they said, well, you could do that from the original Xbox to the Xbox 360, or all the other games. You know what I'm saying, that it was called back compat. That didn't consider that as be the same generation. But when you have a game, let's say if it was a game that was on the Xbox 360, they could play on the original Xbox. That would mean it would have been in the same generation because all the new games could play on both systems. So that's the difference between the generations. And by the Project Scorpio and Neo is able to play the same games as the original PlayStation and the Xbox Fat or the Xbox S, that make it in the same generation. So therefore, if it's in the same generation, it don't change. It has the same merit. So therefore, you got things. So that make it the same generation. But I will say this here: Neo and Scorpio, if they had exclusive games, then you might consider a different generation. But we would not see that until, I mean, they smart about this here. Not Scorpio and Neo, but whatever come out after that, they gonna do something like this here, like, okay, we have this brand new system, let's say Xbox Infinity Billion, and they're gonna say this game here is exclusive for this brand new console, but the Project Scorpio will be able to play this exclusive game. Therefore, it would make it be like no Scorpio exclusive game. It'll be like the next generation after the exclusive. That's the only way they will leave the Xbox S and the Xbox Fat behind. They will not say Project Scorpio exclusive and leave the S and the one behind, because they say no one get left behind. But if they're talking about a whole different generation, that'll mean everybody should at least be on par with that or ready to hop to the next new generation. So therefore, you don't have nothing to worry about exclusive games. But when you have the Scorpio, you will get a better gameplay, better quality. Single player experiences will be just amazing. But the multiplayer, everything pretty much is running at 60 frames per second. So it would still be a fair fight in the game. So if you're playing Madden, it'll still be 60 frames on both consoles or whatever like that. And shooting games with Twitch based still gonna be the same thing. The only thing that the Scorpio might would have is better visuals, so it might look a whole lot more crisp, a whole lot better. But that shouldn't affect nobody's gameplay, because people have different TVs. You don't know what the person across the world TV look like that he playing with, or you might not know the difference between the person that's standing right there next to whoever TV is. He might be on a 4K TV, he might be playing on a 720 on PTV, but they playing online together, but it won't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be no unfair advantage, just be better visuals. Well, I just been out them on market for a while. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get on here and holler at everybody. Well, look, check this out. I try my best to upload on Mondays and Fridays, and if you get a chance, try to check me out. You heard me? Well, it's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out. And remember, I don't do this for me. I do this for we. So like, subscribe, and holler at your boy and get at me.